Hello, I'm Steve Spodyak, your candidate for Park County Sheriff. Thanks for joining me for another edition of Sheriffing in Colorado, where today I'd like to talk about peace officers. In the last edition, I mentioned peace officer, and the term peace officer has been mentioned in some other editions as well. So the definition for peace officer is contained in Title 16, Article 2.5, Part 101, 102, and 103 of Colorado Revised Statutes. Now, Part 101 talks about standards of certified peace officers, carrying of firearms, and eligibility for immigrants. In number 3 of Part 101, it says, as used in every statute, unless the context otherwise requires, law enforcement officer means peace officer. So it tells us a little bit about what a peace officer is in Colorado. Part 102 talks about a certified peace officer and a non-certified peace officer, and the POST board, which governs certifications. And POST stands for Peace Officers Standards Training. It also describes roles and titles within our criminal justice system that require a POST certification to be a peace officer. Some of those that you're familiar with are sheriff, undersheriff, deputy sheriff, chief of police, police officer, state patrol officer, town marshal, and parks and wildlife officer. Now, parts 103 through part 153 describe about 50 different roles and titles within the term peace officer, some of which are very interesting. Some of you might not think of as a peace officer: a port of entry officer, commissioner of agriculture, state brand inspector, director of racing events, state student loan investigator, public utilities commission board member, city or town attorney, fire arson investigator, coroner or deputy coroner are some of the over half of those 50 that are considered peace officers but have some restrictions placed upon them. So let's take the coroner for example. In part 104, a coroner is a peace officer while engaging in the performance of his or her duties, whose authorities shall be limited by Part 6 of Article 10, Title 30, Colorado Revised Statutes. So basically what that means is a coroner is considered the peace officer within the performance of their duties that are covered under the title listed. Much like a state student loan investigator, their purview would be limited to investigating student loans. Why is this important? It's important because when you're looking at someone's experience, say you're talking to someone and they tell you they've been in law enforcement for 30 years, and you ask them about their experience and they tell you, well, for the last 16 years, I've been a state student loan investigator. Well, that's maybe not exactly what you were thinking it was. It's not going to be the full-fledged peace officer or law enforcement officer that you might think of when you think of the roles of sheriff or police chief, police officer, deputy sheriff, those types of things. So, peace officer is a term that's used a lot within Colorado state statute. I hope I've helped you understand it a little better, and thank you for joining me for this edition of Sheriffing in Colorado.